Okay, sometimes the easiest way for me to describe a lot of this information to you and get you to understand some of the benefits that you should expect from a local branch is by to actually do a screen capture and take you to the language that tells you what you and I deserve, so that you don't think it's an opinion of a person. This is from the NALC, the national website, talking about union administration regarding NALC branches. So they start out by saying that the NALC branch is the heart and soul of the union. That as an NALC member, your branch is run entirely by letter carriers, just like yourself, right here. Although the branch's first job is to represent letter carriers at work and thus ensure the carriers receive all the rights and benefits of our labor agreements, many branches also engage in additional activities, and then they go on to describe those additional activities. But their first job, first and foremost, is to represent the letter carriers at work and thus ensure the carriers receive all the rights and benefits of our labor agreements, our national agreements, the agreements that the national gives the local and says, here, enforce these to benefit your membership. Then they talk about the additional activities that also a branch is responsible for, offering, like this, offering classes to help carriers work smarter on the job, conduct special classes for stewards, union activists, many benefits for its membership such as vision and dental benefits, additional retirement benefits, accident benefits, scholarships, just to name a few. Branches are supposed to promote fellowship and solidarity by offering a variety of social activities. This is what a local branch is supposed to do. It's their responsibility and their duty. Okay? And now I'd like to go over here and let's talk about the union dues, and our union dues pay for this. Right here at the national site, the minimum dues are $23.44. At headquarters, the national holds 1/3 of this amount and then remits the other 2/3 to local branches. Okay, so the national keeps $7.81 out of each one of us every 2 weeks, our union dues. The other $15.63 goes to the local to work on our behalf. And it says here some branches may set the dues even higher than the minimum dues structure, which our branch has done. Our branch, actually, our dues are $24.50 a pay. So actually, the national gets the $7.81, and our local gets $16.69 from every single one of us every 2 weeks. What are they doing with that money? We've already seen what they're supposed to do when we went through the union administration, what a branch is supposed to do. So let's take a look over at now Branch 40's website. This is our Cleveland Branch 40's website. And let's go to the home page here. Now, on their home page, everything they talk about is national stuff. Nationally, post office is a $2.3 billion operational profit, Congress this, Congress that. Do you understand who's your representative? Congress, prefunding, Congress this, Congress that, Washington. It's all about what's happening in Washington. I'm sorry, I want to know what is happening in Cleveland. What are you guys doing in Cleveland area that you represent? Give me 5 for COLSEP. All important things. But it's just a small portion of what they're supposed to do. They're ultimately supposed to represent locally their carriers. Could you please talk about what you're doing in the Cleveland area? Now you go off to the side here and they've got branch info. Okay, well let's take a look at branch meetings. Maybe they have some of the meeting minutes listed and what they talked about the meetings. No, they basically just tell you where it's at and when. You can't read about what took place at the union meeting. You can't read about what took place at past union meetings. All there is here's where the union meeting's at and when. You go back and look at some other information. They got some stewards meeting. Okay, the stewards meeting usually has a little more specific information for stewards. I'd like to read about some of that stuff and see what they're talking about. Okay, you can't do that either. All they just basically say is it's held on this date at this time. It's about information, people. It's about sharing information with your membership, all of your membership. Now they have some links here, a lot of these links, a lot of the links that we had on our website, but I like this link, the links to other NALC branches that they put on their website. And the reason I like that is because you get to visit other branches and see what they do for their local membership. Let's take a look at this one, this San Antonio, Texas. Branch 421 in San Antonio, Texas. Okay, here's their website. And all websites are different. These guys, we all set them up differently. Some are better than others. I like a lot of these. I see they're set up very well. This is the San Antonio. Now they talk about welcome to San Antonio. Here's what's happening in San Antonio. San Antonio. Here's the mission statement to the carriers of San Antonio: to provide training and support, to represent our union brothers and sisters, to protect and fight for the contractual rights of letter carriers. Then the president puts this message on the homepage of their website: provide notice to all managers. Letter carriers from Branch 421 will not be intimidated, abused, or threatened in any manner by members of management. There are no exceptions to this policy for any reason. Violations of this contractually guaranteed right will not be tolerated. Now, you may say that's tough talk, and that's all it is talk. But at least they're willing to put that on their website as some sort of acknowledgement that we realize what's happening in our branch, and we want you members to know we're on top of it, or we're trying to get on top of it. You go to Branch 40, they want to talk about what's happening in Washington, D.C. I want to know what's happening in the Cleveland area that you represent, that we all pay our union dues for. That's what I want to know about. And here's one I really like to go to: Rockville, Maryland. And this is what I'm talking about. This is how you stop behavior. This is how you, if you can't stop the behavior, you at least address it to benefit your carriers, your letter carriers of your branch. Branch 3825 is awarded large monetary settlements for various contract violations. And then they talk about, look, a grievance paid $1,000, $150, $1,300, $850. And you can click on every single one of these also, by the way, and read the decision, read the grievance. $100 here. $4,000 for management's failure to comply. $18,750 they had to pay. $50,000 to settle. This is how you stop behavior in a district. You go after management with the same aggression that they are going after your letter carriers of your branch. That's not being done in Branch 40. That's what Kathy STEINMULLER, Lee Charbonneau will do if you vote for them. They will appoint me, Mike Nugent, and I can promise you I will. This is how you go after behavior. You make them pay for their behavior, and you track it. Now it's all tracked. I could click on every one of these. I know what's happening in their district. These aren't going away 2 years from now, so the same person starts the same stuff up again. I like this one up top here. Supervisor barred from supervisors letting carriers in any office represented by Branch 3825. Take a look at that one and read that one. It's about representing your membership to benefit your membership, acknowledging stuff that's happening in your district, and working on behalf of your membership to stop certain behavior if it's negatively impacting your membership, which is what it is. You represent Cleveland. You don't represent Washington. You regurgitating the Washington message is not your sole purpose as a local Branch 40. Do you understand that? We do. So let's go to even their Facebook page of Branch 40. And then here we go again. Their Facebook page. It's all about Congress. This. Congress. Does anybody realize this stuff? Congress fails to do this. Congress legislation. Congress. A congresswoman. There's I don't know, I guess that's the White House, the Capitol building. I don't know. But it's all Washington. Then a picture of Cleveland. And that's the extent of it. There's no discussion about what's happening in places in Cleveland. Good, the bad, what we're doing in Cleveland, events that we're holding in Cleveland for our Cleveland membership. You represent the membership of the Cleveland area. Twinsburg, Macedonia, Cleveland Heights, Shaker Heights, Avon Lake, North Olmsted, Medina, all over the place. 3,000 members. You represent Cleveland. What are you doing, Branch 40, to make Branch 40 members happy? To benefit them, to help them, to unite them, to inform them, to represent them. What are you doing other than telling us what's happening in Washington? Thank you for listening. Please vote for Kathy STEINMULLER. Vote for Lee Charbonneau. You will get representatives that are going to represent you and your concerns like other branches have throughout this country. That is what a local branch of the NALC is supposed to do. Unite, inform, represent. That is what we'll do. Thanks for listening.